Hey everyone, this is Nikachu, and we are here for the fifth round of Darkfolk. We're 2-2 right now. We're playing for ticks, but I am wide awake. I'd like to thank our sponsor, the manabase.com. If you want to learn about cubing and cubism, we've got two people. We've got Aaron Paquette, and now we have like Roll to 21. Got someone new on the manabase.com. Congratulations for being part of the team. And I have new patrons. Thank you so much for joining the big wave, the big patron wave. I got Samuel Sherman. Thank you very much, Jack Black. 123, or maybe it's French for Jean Blas. I'm not sure. And Will Doob. Thank you so much, all of you, for supporting me on Patreon. So we've got a very reasonable hand on the draw, so I'm definitely going to keep this thing. Looks like it's a Pluto Delta versus Pluto Delta deck. And they're gonna Inquisition. They're gonna Thoughtseize me. They're gonna lose 3 life, and I'm just gonna lose 2 life because I'm gonna play Watery Grave and Inquisition them. And either way, I'm seeing your hand. It's gonna be an Inquisition battle. Don't know what we're up against yet, but it's probably Death Shadow. So he took my card advantage away, but I just drew some card advantage. Would like to pay some life. Now that my exams are done, quality of the play is going to ramp up. So can't take Tasigur, so I'm going to use the revealed card zone now. All right, enough people for like the last 2 years tell me, Nikachu, you got to use the revealed card zone. You don't have to write this stuff down. But I'm not used to it really because of Vendilion Click. It doesn't save all this stuff. So the obvious thing is actually just take Snapcaster Mage. 2 Flight Strands, Tasigur, Fatal Push. And we'll live with a Fatal Push so long as you can't use it again. And that's our turn. So we're sort of helping him get into Tasigur range. But whatever. You know, what they should do is just automatically take it off as they play the stuff. I don't really see a point to playing a Lord out just for it to die, and I don't want to I do want to Inquisition eventually to take the Fatal Push. So I think what I'm going to do is actually use this turn to Spreading Seas him. This just looks like the mana efficient thing to do, and then next turn play Inquisition into Lord of Atlantis. It resolves. We get a Silver Gill Adept. Beautiful. Oh, we just passed the turn. Godless Shrine. So it looks like you can play the Tasigur now. One thing that I am definitely learning from this league, and this just might be a function of the whole metagame playing around Death Shadow decks, because this is our second Esper deck. Did we seriously play this exact guy before? I think we played this exact guy before. This name looks familiar. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna look in the history. Inquisition. What's up? What's going on here? Fatal Push, another Tasigur. Perfect. So just Island and Tasigur. Which means we can play our Silver Gill Adept. Yeah, and I believe he knows about both of these. If he attacks, I'll probably play Mare Rejury. Plays the island, definitely not blocking. Just take the damage, move on with our lives. And my life total is pretty close to... It's evenly... how do I put it? You better not have drawn Snapcaster Mage. That would be a horrible blowout here. Oh, you're going to try to get something. So we have Geist, Fatal Push, Thoughtseize. Yeah, you can have the Thoughtseize. I'm not happy about that. But I definitely can't give you Fatal Push. Oh, we're in my attack step. So we're going to attack you. Put you down to 12. And I will... Because I'm already dead in 3 turns to the Tasigur, I'm going to fetch, put myself down to 11 to play the Aether Vial. And he will... He'll help actually the clock, because if he Thoughtseizes, he goes down to 10, and we have a 2-turn clock. So he's got one Tasigur that is useless in his hand. As much we know. Maybe he's going to Verdict into a new Tasigur. I didn't see Verdict last time. Oh boy, this could be dangerous. Target creature gets +3/+3 and flying until end of turn. That's 7. That's unfortunate. Now we... well... oh, create a 1/1 token. That's not so bad. Okay. We don't have Island Walk. We have a flyer now. Pass? What's sick is this ability is a plus ability. Guess I might as well empty my hand. There's no Kolaghan's Command in this deck. And he knows about the card anyway. So even if he pumps up the Soldier, if he pumps up anything, I guess not anything, so he pumps up the Tasigur. It's going to swing for 7. I can go down to 4. We still win with any Island Walk Lord, assuming he doesn't have a removal spell for it. That's a problem. Okay, so now I'm going to fetch because this thing flying and this thing is lethal anyway, so I'm just going to deck thin. Hope to draw a... No. Hope to draw... Harbinger would work? Harbinger could work because we could flash it in at instant speed. But that would just save us a turn. Oh no, sorry, yeah, we could flash it in at instant speed. Actually, I'm not sure what I want to do with this. Harbinger definitely saves a turn. Anyway, Island Walker wins. Not Island Walker. Can I save myself a turn? Do I have any good attacks here? Against this anti-Death Shadow deck. There's like a million people I can play against. Why do I have to play against you again? I'm pretty sure I'm playing against the exact same guy from the earlier round. If I attack with everything, he can block with the Soldier and just take so much damage. I guess I can attack with this thing, try to bluff something. He's clearly going to block with the Soldier. There's some chance he might not want to... Oh no, but he could... Yeah, he could plus that thing. And then just sit on defense, and I have to block both the Geist and the Tasigur. Yeah, okay, we're dead. We're dead. He had better stuff than we did. So what are we going to bring in? We're definitely going to bring in the Relic. I guess we just can't use Fatal Push. Definitely use Collective Brutality. And we're probably going to bring in Tideminder Mage. Take out Aether Vial. I'll take out Fatal Push. Pretty sure we can't target anything. And we'll take out Spreading Seas. Do I want to keep one Fatal Push? I guess I can only target like the Angel from Geist St. Trapped and a Snapcaster Mage. But I guess that's what we're going to work with. Come on, Bobby. We need to see you. We need to see you, Bobby. Where are you, Bobby? Do it for me, Bobby. Harbinger wouldn't be so bad either. Would love to go first. His hand technically doesn't do anything. You know what? For experimentation purposes, let's keep it. I can Inquisition turn 1. And then I can get rid of some of these cards to strip the rest of his hand away if necessary. Like, I've never played with a hand like this. I know I don't have pressure, but at the same time, maybe I can do something about his hand. So unfortunately, we can't touch the Elspeth. I guess I'm going to take the Thought Scour, and he can utilize what we're doing here. Everything that we put in the graveyard helps him. Got a Mutavault. It's not useless. So now I can Collective Brutality. Yeah, I might as well do this. Loses 2 life, and they reveal their hand. Gain some life. Discard probably the Fatal Push. Or maybe the Island. Fatal Push can kill a token from the Elspeth. You know what? Okay, I'm going to discard the Island. If we draw more lands, then whatever. There's a better chance that we draw more lands than we draw more spells. See, he has Jace. Oh, I've totally forgot about Jace. We saw that last time. I totally forgot about Jace. Okay, so we have an answer to Jace. Good thing we kept... good thing... Well, we can still Collective Brutality that thing away as well. But it looks like a Tassiger is going to be coming out pretty early. Yeah, okay. So we could try to Collective Brutality again, and then just hope that he's got a removal spell. But maybe it's just safe we just gonna use the Fatal Push. If he plays another Jace in the future, that should be fine. And we will... That was our only Fatal Push, so I guess we don't care about Revolt. So I'm just going to thin our deck from a card. Hit him for 2. Tassiger going to get online. Online Tassiger. Well, this is a bit late. We've seen Tasker, we saw Jace. Why does it repeat it? This is a terrible... This is terrible. I don't like that at all. I don't even know if they showed a Flooded Strand. Did they exile? Yeah, because they have an exiled zone, which has polluted delta and polluted delta. So they still have... They don't have islands, so they could have still have Flooded Strand, Elspeth, and something else in their hand. To be honest, guys, I think we should crack this and then just try to get something on the board going. We do not have anything on the board going. So we will pass. We're going to die really quickly. We're going to die really quickly. This Elspeth is going to make very short work of us. But not yet. There's something else to do. Some other plan. Oh, I guess if you're going to just create a token, then there's nothing wrong with that. I guess we could still represent... What's it called? Dismember. So he doesn't want to go for plus one-ing this Tassiger. Whoops. Oh, no. That was a mistake. Oh well, we're just going to live with it. I'm going to Collective Brutality this thing. Oh my god, what? I wanted to use more than one mode. Whatever. Moving on, moving on. As I was saying that the quality of these games should improve, they appear to be declining. So now he's going to put the big jump on Tassiger. Tassiger is going to hit me for 7. What do I want here? I don't have... No. Turn off auto yields. Well, that's going to give us a turn. And this was a mistake. I should play Kira first. I'm going to be glad that we're going to be done with Darkfolk. That's all I can say. I'm going to be glad that we're going to be done with Darkfolk. Because I am just messing this up. I think under better conditions, this deck could do a lot better. It also, like, I'd never seen this deck before. I don't think this deck is in any means popular in the metagame. A non-land card? There are no non-land cards. Because our deck definitely doesn't line up very well with this deck. I mean, unless I'm supposed to be bringing in the Unified Wills. But it does... I mean, they're an attrition-based deck as well, so I don't see how that's going to work. And we're dead. That's sad. Darkfolk and Modern, scrubs out. I don't... Like I said, this is the second time we played against this weird Esper deck, and I'm pretty sure this is the exact same person. This is not representative of the Modern metagame. Although I will say that some of the cards are. I think the reason people go Grixis Death Shadow is because of Gurmag Angler, because of Tassiger. People are going in the way of Abzan Death Shadow because of Path to Exile and because of because of, again, Tassiger, Gurmag Angler, Path to Exile, and so on. So there are similar decks out there not running blue, but also running green. So something I would probably... This deck probably needs to change quite a bit. Let's go back to... what's it called? So was this the exact same person? No, it was a new person. Okay, so that maybe Esper is just becoming popular, and I didn't expect it at all. But if I were to adapt this deck for the future, I'd probably throw in more Dismembers aside from Fatal Push. I mean, maybe you just play Dismember instead of Fatal Push, and then change the deck colors around. Like now we would play with Dark Silk Showers. Now we'll play with less fetch lands, and so on, so that we can take less damage from our deck and make the most out of where's Darkfolk and make the most out of Dismember. Because I'll tell you, Fatal Push didn't feel very good in this league if we play like two Esper decks and other decks that don't even care about Fatal Push. And like it doesn't hit Primeval Titan. So there's like a lot of decks that don't care about Fatal Push, and they appear to be very popular. There was definitely some situations where I wish we had Thoughtseize. Like Thoughtseize would be excellent in that Esper matchup. Collective Brutality, I did like this card. I thought this was amazing against the combo decks. Against this Esper deck, not particularly great. Not particularly great. Maybe we would also have a better chance if we had creatures in Game 3, which we did not. I decided to keep one of these super attrition-based hands, which worked, but our opponent, I guess, has enough threats that they don't care about it. Because, I think Inquisitioning away a Geist of St. Trapt is pretty powerful, but we didn't draw into enough creatures to make it matter. There was definitely a situation where I had a land that I could play from my hand when I had Silvergill Adept, which would put me in a situation where if I drew a fifth land, I could play that Silvergill Adept and draw a card, but I opted not to. I opted not to because I wanted to keep the Collective Brutality alive in my hand. I screwed up that Mutavault tap. That was annoying. That cut me off a mana. We were doomed that game. We were doomed. And I guess this thing needs to be improved by quite a bit if it were to compete with the metagame that we just saw. I don't know. There's nothing else that I can say about that. It performed. I think there's a lot of room for improvement, and I liked when it was working. I really liked when it was working. I know we didn't have a good score, but I feel like the Black Splash has a lot of promise, and I'm going to look at the Black Splash in my own time to see what I could do, what I could improve. I didn't expect the online metagame to be so hateful against Fatal Push. This ended up being like a pretty bad card overall, given that we played these two Esper decks. But I imagine, well, do you know what? If we played against a Death Shadow deck, maybe it would have been different, because we could we could kill the Death Shadow. But that might have been the only thing we could have killed. Who knows? It's just one league. It's just one league. If you guys want to try this out, go check it out. Fatal Push still kills not everything, but maybe some Eldrazi. So we got to look at, maybe we got to change we got to change the removal spell in this deck. Inquisition I thought was great. Dark Confident was amazing when it stuck. It was always very good. It was never bad. I thought Collective Brutality was also very, very good. So the only thing that let me down was Fatal Push. Fatal Push, you are a loser. I wanted you to be a winner. I'm going to push you off of this deck, and that's all there is to it. What else could I say about this thing? Maybe Unified Will was better served as Dispel, but you know what? I think we need Unified Will for the decks we want Unified Will for. Yeah, not going to change that. I don't know. I think, yeah, the Fatal Push just failed us. You failed, Fatal Push. You failed. So that's Darkfolk. That's Darkfolk in Modern. So let's go play something for fun. And here we go. Some sort of English attack. Better fight for the center, or he's never going to let me. What is the meaning of this move? How can I explain this game to you guys? I plan on moving my knight out here and hopefully locking a nice cozy spot over here. I'm going to start with that right now. And now I'm going to castle. So he plans on playing d4. I'm not going to let him. I'm not going to let you. He also plans on playing his knight over here after I take back with anything. So I better do this. Now what do I do? Because I play bishop e5, and then he's going to play d4 anyway. I'm going to play without this bishop. Guess that's just what's going to happen. I'm going to move this bishop away, and then I am going to have the c file at the very least. And this does lock up his bishop as well. So this isn't like a total loss, the way this game is played out. I'm moving my queen so I can connect my rooks and then fight for the c file. Because he is most certainly fighting for it right now. We might be fighting for the f file soon. Yeah, we are fighting for the f file right now. This isn't comfortable what he's doing to me, but whatever. It's no big deal. I'm not gonna die. I hope. He does want to hurt me, though. I definitely see that. I move my knight here so that he can't play his rook over here on f6. I certainly wasn't expecting this. Defending, defending. My position looks pretty ugly. I'm just barely hanging on here. Did you find a way in? Oh, you did, because now if I move my bishop, he's going to checkmate me down here. And then if I don't move my bishop to protect against checkmate, because I have my queen, I want to move the bishop so I can protect against checkmate over on g7, because this is what he's threatening. Good game. I lose. Not doing a whole lot of winning today, but my opponent is very strong and he played very well. So that's everything for this week. I'm going to thank so much to my patrons who support me on Patreon. If you support me on Patreon, you're going to have access to the Merfolk Strategy Guide, a new guide that I'm going to make. I'm going to write in detail about important archetypes in Modern and how you play against them, and it will be updated every month with a new archetype. And we're going to thank our sponsor, the manabase.com. This has been Nikachu playing Darkfolk in Modern.